Many companies are now using sales and operations planning to operationalize their business strategies. This leadership, cross-functional planning, decision-making, and business performance management process has become more common. It continues to gain momentum and focus, however, as companies realize that to compete effectively, they must plan and make decisions in a coordinated manner across functions and with trading partners. S&OP is becoming more widespread outside of manufacturing industries as well. All companies have a need to forecast demand for products or services and balance the resources required to meet that demand, as well as integrate the associated financial planning in a structured, forward-looking way. And all businesses also need to adapt to changing conditions and need to recalibrate in a coordinated manner when a challenge or new opportunity arises. The companies that will be most successful are the ones who spend their time on the actual business challenges and don't waste time due to gaps in collaboration. This is often easier said than done, as I'm sure we've all experienced. S&OP is evolving too. More of the organization is now becoming involved, and financial integration is becoming standard. However, we see that many companies have not yet included participants that sometimes make sense for them, such as product development or perhaps collaboration with external partners. Companies have differing needs, and S&OP designs are not standard. Information systems are evolving too. They are providing more decision support, simulation capabilities, and becoming more cost-effective and easier to implement using cloud-based architectures. Much is happening in this key management process that is the lifeblood of running the company. If your company still needs to take the plunge on S&OP, or if you would like to improve or revitalize your current process, I'd like to invite you to watch this video that will describe the 8 levers that we have seen as being the most impactful over the many years of implementing and training on S&OP across the world. In this video, our objectives will be to provide a framework for key items to consider when implementing S&OP or revitalizing an existing process. We'll share some best practices, and we'll also provide some tips and traps based on our experience. I have one slide on background before we get into the 8 levers material. I'll start with the logos. You can see that most of the work is in energy, chemicals, and consumer products, with some in pharmaceuticals and high tech. Thus, we bring our experiences from a variety of industries with the belief that industries can learn from each other. Our services are built around S&OP, which often involves improving the supporting supply chain processes and enabling technologies, as well as potential organizational improvements if needed. We also help clients with profitability improvement and offer a robust change management methodology. Some clients may only need some training or occasional coaching support for directional input, and we serve clients in those capacities as well. We're specialists in this area, and while the subject matter material is important, it's not just about that, but also significantly about results management, accountability definition, leadership development, and change management. We work all of these elements into our process as well and believe they are differentiating points. We believe our low overhead model combined with the use of highly experienced consultants is a strong value proposition, and our network enables us to scale projects across multiple geographies should project needs require. We've all worked in larger, more well-known consulting firms and have led significant projects with major corporations all over the world. I myself have been at it almost 20 years and have taught and delivered this type of consulting across 5 continents, often leading major change initiatives. If you'd like to see more about that, case studies are available on the website that describe our work in S&OP and throughout the supply chain. As we know, there are varying definitions of S&OP in the marketplace, and that continues to cause some confusion, and different companies also have their own internal terminology. We ourselves have adopted the term integrated business planning for our upstream oil and gas practice, as this is a better fit for their specific industry situation. Anyway, for our purposes, sales and operations planning will refer to the management process and cycle above the detailed planning and execution processes. As stated in the green box, we look at S&OP as being the vehicle for communication, performance management, and decision-making related to integrating financial, demand, and supply planning to meet company objectives. Also, I've shown some typical components of the S&OP flow. We draw our model as a continuous process as opposed to a linear one, meaning that while there is a sequence in any one cycle, once a step in the flow supports a particular cycle, that group can go about their business and can start to execute, but also prepare for the next cycle as well. Also, I'll emphasize that these are representative components. The specific components and number of components for your application is a design point discussion. Here's a look at the 8 levers: vision, sponsorship, design, organizational alignment, reports and tools, enabling technology, results, and the management of results, as well as change management. Our training courses devote a whole section to each of these areas, but in this overview I'll give you some highlights of each one. We maintain that if you address these items in a methodical manner, you'll be successful in your S&OP implementation or improvement effort.